In this video, I'm showing you the difference between stitch braids and regular cornrows. It is a difference, and it's all basically based on how you do the foundation and how you are braiding when doing it. Right now, I am demonstrating how you do a stitch braid. So right now you see me molding the hair down with the braiding gel. The braiding gel that I'm using is the Pure Neat Braid, and then I detangle it with the unbrush. Now you see me creating this middle piece. I'm splitting the actual part in half, and I'm molding that each side. Once I do that with braiding gel, this part at the top is where I'm going to begin the braid and create the 3 pillars of the beginning of the braid. But you see on my pinky fingers, I have this tool that I am going to be using. It is called a hair assistant or a braid aid. But you see, I'm starting off with 3 different sections, and I'm just braiding like you would normally braid. You want to make sure you got a good braid. Then you use the braid aid or braid assistant to bring in each side, and this is how you create the stitch. This has a sharp point to it, so that is why it's assisting you. So it's essentially just parting section by section every time you move your pinky. Some girls like to use a stiletto nail on their pinky, or they'll use a comb. It's really up to your comfort. But every time you do a braid, once you grab from each side, like do the turn, then you grab more. And this is a very tedious technique. You really have to get used to using your other fingers when braiding. It is not that easy as it looks, but what really helps is this braiding aid and having the hair molded with the braiding gel or whatever braiding gel that you use to really form the braid and be able to go each side. But you really want to just take your time when you are creating the stitch. And this is essentially how you create a stitch. So I hope this really helped you. And the difference is, you'll be seeing soon, is that you don't need a braiding aid to necessarily create a cornrow. But if you want that stitch look, this is the way to go. Again, you can either get a stiletto nail, like go to the nail shop, get a stiletto nail. You can use a comb, or you can use this braid aid. Everything that I'm using will be in the description box below. And if you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and that like button if you are liking this content, and comment below if you have any questions. I will respond and answer them. But you see, I'm just taking my time, and I'm just using the braiding aid. The more gel you use, the more defined the stitch will be. I don't like to typically use too much gel on my clients' hair, but to really make sure that your stitch is looking really good, you want to make sure that you are using a nice amount of gel and that your client's hair is blown out or straightened, to really make sure to ensure that sleek, nice look. His hair is freshly washed and blow dried, so that is why it is very easy for me to do this technique. As you can see, that the braid before it is not stitched, if you haven't noticed. So I'm going to show you how I did a regular old cornrow without stitching, but you can really see the difference in between the two just looking at it. And I wanted to have that up against one another so you guys could really see and pay attention to that. So I am going to show you it again. So both of these 2 braids, the one in the back and the one that you seen I just did, are stitched, but the first braid is not. And here I am showing you how a regular cornrow look. You see, I do not use the braiding aid. I am just using my fingers, and I'm just grabbing and going, grabbing and going. Sometimes you can naturally stitch just by the way that you braid, but you don't see that I'm doing a conscious effort. It's a lot quicker. I did speed it up a bit. I'm not going in a slow pace to the point where I am trying to really focus on creating that stitch. So that is the difference. His braid still turns out looking nice, whether I stitch or not. And braids in general just turns out looking good, but some people like that look of stitch. So I just wanted to create this video to show you the difference between a stitch braid and a regular cornrow. And you see, it's a natural stitch, but it's not as precise. on the root. So that is the difference. If you are a beginner braider, I would not focus as much on stitch. I would just really try to just learn the basics of just learning how to cornrow. But once you get it down packed, then you can go in with the stitch tool. Here I am showing you the difference between stitch and not stitched. That's stitched, that's not stitched. So the left braid was stitched and the one above it, but the other one isn't. And I'm going to turn this around and show you again. This braid is not stitched. This one is stitched. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe, like, and follow. See you in the next one. Peace and hair grease. Bye.